Yo, it's boy Marcus Morsini back with a video. Today, we're going to be talking about will Black Ops 6 maps return to COD Mobile. Black Ops 6 is the current Call of Duty game, and it's COD Champs weekend, so this is the biggest weekend in Call of Duty. The first day just ended. It was pretty much insane. Like, everything that you thought would happen did not happen. So, pretty crazy stuff. That being said, let's talk about these maps, man. Black Ops 7's on the horizon, right? It's right around the corner. A few more months and we'll be in Black Ops 7. And we got to think about what's going to happen with COD Mobile, right? When another game comes out, now we got another previous title of content that could be brought back to COD Mobile, Warzone Mobile, and whatnot. So with Black Ops 6, they haven't really brought back any weapons from BO6. But they could bring back some maps, and it's kind of interesting to think about, well, they do that because Black Ops 6 maps, quite frankly, are not good. Like, generally, they're not very good maps, but, it is the current title, and it would be, I guess, a change of pace to bring those maps back. So let's talk about some of these maps. What are the comp maps? What are just public match maps? And should they be brought back to COD Mobile? And the overall sort of opinion of them. Now, we're going to kind of talk about just the basic maps that are not comp maps, right? So comp will be competitive maps that are being played right now for a ring, essentially, right? A ring and $1 million or however much the prize pool is. So the regular maps will be Babylon, Derelict, Lowtown, Payback, Scud, Subsonic, Vorkuta, Nuketown, Hideout, Extraction, Bounty, and Grind. Right now, you may have heard those maps, and if you don't play BO6, you probably have no idea what they are, which I don't blame you for not playing BO6. But a couple of them are rec remasters. I believe Lowtown is one. I don't remember what game that's from, if it is, but I feel like we've had a Lowtown before. It could be like World at War, maybe. I have to look that up. And then Nuketown, obviously. It's just a different version of Nuketown. They switch it up. And then Grind. Grind is a map I'm quite surprised that we don't already have in COD Mobile. It's a fan favorite DLC map from Black Ops 2. I mean, it's a skate park, and it's just colorful, it's bright, it's beautiful, it's a great map. Surprised that we don't have it. It's not a great competitive map. It's never been played in competitive. But you know what? COD Mobile doesn't have a lot of great competitive maps outside of the main, like 4 or 5. So it's kind of interesting to think about what would be if they just brought in Grind just for whatever. That being said, these maps are generally not going to be what you want to see. These are kind of more like pub maps, honestly. Like, these are all like, they're too small. A lot of them are really small. A lot of comp maps are like a medium-sized map with 3 lanes. Your standoffs, your raids, your firing ranges, summit, like, the great maps that we've had over the years. And sometimes when you bring a map back, like if they bring them back from BO4, they play a lot bigger. So your arsenal feels bigger. Frequency, Hacienda, they are bigger feeling maps in COD Mobile. They're already in the game, and they just feel a little bit bigger. And I talked about that in my why BO4 maps don't play as well video. Because they just simply don't, because they brought them back and they didn't fit, I guess, the game, or however the case might be. So they all seem really big, when in reality, in that game, they weren't really big. Arsenal was, so Arsenal feels huge, but Frequency was not a big map, and Seaside was not a big map, but they both feel larger, which is just strange to think about. Now, let's talk about the comp maps, because this is the big thing, obviously, with COD Champs being here. That's kind of like what's going on now. Those will be the maps. If you go tune in to COD Champs, it'll be today, just ended, so you won't see any more matches today, but I believe it's 3 Eastern time, or 2, I think it's 2 o'clock Central. So maybe that's 3 Eastern in America, but you can just tune in, and it'll be on all afternoon tomorrow, all afternoon Saturday, and then Championship is middle of the afternoon on Sunday. So you can check that out, and you'll see the following maps being played there: Protocol, Red Card, Rewind, Skyline, Vault, Hacienda, and Dealership. Hacienda, you obviously would know, it's in COD Mobile. They brought it back as DLC, and since the map pool needed another good map, they decided to put it in. And since Hacienda plays great in literally every mode, and it did in BO4, they're keeping it because it's quite literally the best map in Black Ops 6 is a map from Black Ops 4. Just shows how honestly terrible COD has become, that they literally can't make a single good map. Like every other map is just mid or bad. That being said, it's also got something to do with like what's on these maps. So let's talk about Protocol, for example. There's zip lines that are just a part of the map, and that's in competitive. So it really, the map flow is terrible. There's like a downstairs area. That's where one of the sites is. Once you get in there, it's insanely difficult to break. It pretty much requires the other team to completely troll it, which does happen, obviously. And then you have to zip line down one side, a stairwell down one side, and then a big door opening in the middle. And that's all you got to cover with 4 people. That's pretty easy. Pretty easy to cover with 3 people. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of a bad map overall. It's dingy. It's not like a bright, colorful map. And the map flow is just simply not great. The S&D sides are kind of weird. Just an overall not good map. But it's played in all 3 modes, so kind of is what it is. Let's talk about Red Card. Red Card is like a baseball stadium, and it's like not the full, maybe it's a soccer stadium. It's a stadium regardless. And on one side, you have like the stadium seats and stuff like that, the hallways. In the middle, you have like the outside of the stadium where you would like go to the concessions and stuff. And then on the left side, you have like the open area with like a road and cars and stuff like that, vendors. Not a great map. It's huge, actually. That's the big problem with Red Card. Red Card is like the size of Alaska. I mean, it's got to be one of the biggest Call of Duty maps ever. Definitely probably the biggest one in BO6. Maybe next to like Scud. I think Scud's huge as well. Let's talk about Rewind. Rewind got brought back into the map pool recently, I think last major, and it's not bad. It's basically like a road goes through the middle, and there's like a diner here and there, a couple of buildings and stuff like that. It actually plays fairly well. It's basically a solid map. The only reason it got taken out in the beginning of the game was because in BO6, just I guess GAs, the way that works, which are gentlemen's agreements. I've made a video about that as well. It just didn't work out with like how often people played it. So that one could be one that would be okay to come back. Skyline is a big one. I would love to see Skyline come back. Think of it as like a fast-paced hardpoint map, like a Summit, really. That's how I would think of that map. Vault could come back. That's probably the most played map in the game. It's not that great, but it could be a nice change of pace to see that come back. Hacienda as well, we've already kind of talked about. And Dealership is strictly an S&D map right now in competitive Call of Duty on console. So it's whatever. It's not a great map, honestly. Watching it, it's actually terrible. So it's just a nice change of pace from what we've had all year. Now, if we did get these maps back, it kind of just would be whatever. I feel like none of these maps are really that good to like warrant them coming back. The only one I would be excited for, I guess, is Skyline. I do enjoy Skyline. I just feel like that chaos and just running, headbutting stuff can be a lot of fun. It'd be really weird to play at 5v5, though. That's something you have to remember about COD Mobile. It's 5v5. Competitive on consoles, 4v4. It'd be strange. That being said, let me know your thoughts. If you're watching COD Champs, let me know who you're rooting for. First day was absolutely insane. FaZe got upset. Thieves got upset. It's going to be an absolutely crazy major. Here's my class setup for this video. Same as my last video, actually. This gun just feels good to me. Don't know what to tell you. Yep. Let me know your thoughts on the BO6 maps that could come back. And yeah, it's been your boy Marcus Morcini. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'm out of here. Peace.